Sagittarius, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. This is an energy reading, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life. This is your message. And if you're not a Sagittarius, you don't even like tarot, and for some reason this found its way into your feed, it's definitely something you have to listen to. And this is where your message begins. I mean, you can see from the look of the card, right? You can see it. It's a heavy burden. There are heavy burdens. But I think the Ten of Wands implies that you're putting an extra weight on your shoulders, that you're taking on more than you should or more than you need to. It sometimes is the martyrdom card, and then we have this card. So you're dealing with a lot of stress right now, and I think that's weighing on you pretty heavily. And but ultimately, it's also because of the stress you're under. I think you're taking things more seriously than they are. It's just that there's so many responsibilities that are piling up. Responsibilities could equate to debt, or just any other hardship or feeling you have. But remember, wands are actions, and when this guy is carrying too many, it's like he's taking on too much because he's stressed out. Maybe that he's not good enough, or that he's got to prove himself, or simply that the stress or the anxiety is what's creating so much of a burden. It's or making everything that he does feel so heavy. Whatever this is anxiety and taking on too much happening together. So let's go a little bit deeper for Sagittarius. What do you want them to do about this? What do you need them to know then about this? Okay, it's so funny. We go from like 0 to nothing in one foul swoop. Okay, so first we have you're undermining an ending. Something has to end, and you're trying to make it not end. Something, in other words, the reason why things are getting so heavy, or it's like you're overcompensating. You're overcompensating because something that you know is bound to end or has to end is you don't want to end. You're trying to figure a way around it. You're trying to distract yourself from the inevitability. Let me tell you something. When this card comes out, no matter how much distraction or whatever it is, it's going to end. Like, this is inevitability. So ultimately, I mean, yeah, the Death card outranks the Seven of Swords. What it tells me is you're trying to distract yourself from the inevitable, which is that you don't like this, that there's a burden here, that there's something that's too much, and you're doing too much, or you've been doing too much. And so ultimately it's got to come to an end. I don't know why you don't want something to come to an end, but the universe wants you to know it doesn't matter if you want it or not. It's coming to an end, and it's going to be happening this week. So ultimately, acceptance is recommended, but then we have, look, the Justice card, and we have the Ten of Cups, which means that once you let go and you accept the inevitability of a situation, on the other side is balance. There's this beautiful Libran energy of a decision that's going to be made, and it's like let's say this, you're taking something way too seriously. You're taking it like it's death, doom, and gloom. And you're right, something is over. But what's over is, I think, your waiting period, or this crippling stress, or this crippling burden. And there's a decision that's going to be made. It's going to be made in your favor. It's going to be made as something that an outcome that evens out or balances out a situation. And there's going to be happiness on the other side of it, a contentment. Understand this. The reason why something had to finish or be done was you weren't content with it. And no matter what your scenario is, part of this stress or this strain, or why you were overcompensating, is because you didn't want to face the fact that you just hated being in the situation. Maybe you hated the job, you know, like there was this sense of you were trying to overcompensate by doing too much, by pretending like by doing too much to kind of push away or distract yourself from the hard reality of you actually can't wait for this to be over, or you don't want it, you know, you don't want it to continue. And so it's going to come to an end. There's a stressful, straining period that's really distracting and really, you know, tearing the Mickey out of you and tearing the carpet out from underneath you, and it's coming to an end. There's some decision that's about to be made, and you're going to be very, very happy about that. We've got to get a moon card, but wait one second, because I got to plug myself a little bit. Yes, I do personal readings. The only place you can schedule them, book them, is through my website. That's www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. You can book and schedule there, and there's a lot of different services to choose from. So I welcome you. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Just take a second right now to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell and select all notifications. That way you'll be notified when I go live. This is the only place where I do free public tarot card readings. So hop on board that. Guys, I think everything is going to be okay. You're definitely getting another opportunity. You're definitely getting a chance to go in a different direction. You might be having to be willing to move. I think there's just so much abundance that's waiting for you on the other side of whatever's holding you back. And ultimately, you just have to pull the trigger and decide, okay, I'm going to go in this direction now. Make a different choice. Make a different selection. You're going to get another option, is what this is saying. You're going to get another option. And the option is going to be something that solidifies you and makes you feel valued and appreciates you, and also brings in abundance. You're going to be able to head away from the circumstance. I feel like maybe security of some sort is why you're holding on to something. This is not the direction that you're supposed to be in right now. It's not even much of a risk. It's almost Sagittarius, like, you are avoiding in some ways your own abundance or your own capacity. Your comfort zone becomes maybe your comfort zone becomes your misery. You know, like a lot of times that happens. But ultimately, this is about making the other choice. This is about weighing the pros and cons and recognizing that moving forward is the way that you have to go. You've been thinking about this for a while, and you just have to do it. And you do have the finances, and you will have the finances, and you will have the capability to do it. This is, I don't know, maybe you feel an obligation. There could be a maternal figure here that you feel an obligation toward, but it's going to be there. It's going to be real. Hold on. We got to get a moon card. Sagittarius. Why is this even coming up for Sagittarius right now? Or whoever's watching the video. Oh, nothing is yet set in stone. You were never supposed to stay in this situation that long. Whatever kind of got you comfortable, this was something in the past, but I don't think you ever felt completely comfortable in this circumstance. And you were never supposed to settle. This wasn't the place you were supposed to stay. Oh, we have more information. Hold on. We have, you're very close to achieving your goal. Guys, you put yourself in a comfort zone where you actually got yourself stuck. You're nowhere near where you were supposed to be. In other words, you weren't, maybe this was a step in the right direction, but you weren't supposed to stay there. There was something temporary that you got too comfortable in. And on some level, you knew it. You already knew that it was not the place you were meant to stay. And I think that that's why you've taken on so many burdens, or anxiety has started to sink in, because you were, the real burden is that you were supposed to leave a long time ago. The real burden is that you weren't supposed to stay this long, and you have overstayed your welcome. And on some level, that's God pulling the rug out from underneath you to make you get the show on the road. And it could be that God's trying to remind you of, you know, how miserable you are and how happy you could be, and make you see it, and hoping that on some level you take action. Okay, so what happens this week? What is Sagittarius going to be asked to do? What is Sagittarius going to be asked to do? What is Sagittarius going to be asked to do? Hold on. So there's a story here. Something's in the past. Once again, we have caution. You ignored a caution. You ignored a yellow light. And you did something that was unnatural to you. It's almost like you decided to go against God's plan. Or challenge the norm. No, see, Gaia is earth. It's almost like, but this is upside down. This was against your nature, against your comfort zone. You were pushed in too quickly. You might have felt pressured to do this, which is why the burdens continued to increase, because it was never something that you actually wanted to do, which was kind of temporary anyway. You know, so why this is my question for you, and feel free to leave the response below. What made you stay? If you knew from the beginning this was not the place that you were meant to be, and that you saw warning signs, you saw red flags, or at least orange flags, you saw some sort of caution, but for some reason you didn't heed it. So this is almost your release valve. This is your moment of, I can get away from this. Either that, or you were held up. You were held up because you didn't have resources, because you lacked resources. And so you thought, well, this is my only choice. I'll take what I can now, and, you know, I'll get something else later. But somehow you got contented in what you took for now. And now you're here all kinds of stressed out. Well, guess what? There's abundance coming in. There's some kind of resources. So this cues us into, this is 3D resources. So it could be money, could be whatever it is. It's 3D resources that are coming in. And 8 is the number of abundance. So something is coming in. So that's what's going to change. That's what's going to change this week. It's almost like God's coming in and saying, here, I'm going to offer you something amazing. I'm going to offer you something that is delicious, that is wonderful, and you shouldn't resist it. So it's almost like I'm coming in to help you out so that I can get you unstuck. Either that, or the reason why you didn't leave is because the money started to be so good and you got stuck in the comfort zone of making good money. But ultimately it is stuck, isn't it? And that's why it's such a heavy burden. It's like, how much of a price are you going to have to pay for all these creature comforts, right? That's kind of what it could be saying as well. Others of you, you're about to be offered something that's very generous, because we did have the Justice card and we did have the 10 of Cups. So you're about to be offered something that is very generous and very salt of the earth and very wholesome. It's almost like God's like, get healthier. You need to focus on getting healthier, being healthier, or keeping yourself healthy. And that's the kick in the ass, right? The kick in the ass was the warning. The kick in the ass was whatever's you've been thinking about excessively, and it's been stressing you out. And the kick in the ass was to make you be healthier, to make you take what you eat more seriously, take your resources more seriously. But it's also sort of like an investment in your own future. That's what's coming up. Like, you're being asked to invest in your own future. Is there an opportunity coming up for Sagittarius? Let's see. Is there an opportunity coming up for Sagittarius? Yes or no? No, it's these cards that have to speak first. Hold on. Is there an opportunity coming up for Sagittarius? Yeah. Choose wisely. There's multiple opportunities. Well, how will they know which one is the right one to choose? I think that you'll have an abundance of opportunities, and anything is good. How will they know which one to choose? Choose wisely. This is 5, 7. So yeah, you're about to have an abundance of opportunities come. And you're about to have abundance of so what is this? I don't feel like this is like sign language. Which direction do you want to go in? What's the wise choice, I guess, is what I'm asking. Let's see if this card will come out now. Yep. Flipped right over. Tick-tock. Something to do with actual time, though. Like, timing is everything. I think you know it's time now. Okay? And flexible. It's time to be more flexible. Enchanting gifts and the tribe. People are going to hand this to you, or this is a gift from your people that you know. Or it's going to almost like it's almost like you're doing somebody a favor, or somebody's doing you a favor. So it's like, I don't know, somebody's doing you a favor. Time ran up or ran out. And so people had to be more flexible, and now somebody's about to do you a favor or want to make you an offer. There's somebody that you know, the tribe. This is people that you belong to, and this is 8 as well. You have a lot of people who accept and see your gifts. And it's about time, and that's why the tide is changing. Choose wisely. The 7 is choose. I don't think you're going to, I think people are going to choose you. I think it's going to feel, I don't think it's feeling friendly. It's got something to do with an offer from a friend. Maybe they needed time to change people's minds about you. Or you needed time to change people's minds about you. Either way, there's a sense of, you can't don't look the gift horse in the mouth. This is what's meant to be. What do you, I think if it presented itself to you in any other way, you would have said no. But since it's your friend that's offering, or some sort of network or connection that's offering, you're not going to say no. Let's continue on in the extended. I'll see you guys there.